Paul, welcome to Field Mill. What were the deciding factors in your signing?
Obviously coming down here, speaking with the manager, getting a feel for the place. Looks a good club. I've played here a few times before, and the fans are always noisy and get behind the team. So I think it was just a culmination of everything, really.
So what were your recollections of matches that you've played here?
It's been tough here for us. I've come here with various teams, and I think I've only won here once, a couple of draws, and the rest I've been beaten. So I always remember it being a tough place to come.
And most recently, what have you been doing in terms of trying to get fit and keeping fit?
Keeping fit. I've done a bit of training myself. It's obviously not the same as training with a group of lads, and I just can't wait to get going now. Get amongst the team and sort of improve my fitness and play some games.
Did any other clubs offer you any deals?
I had a couple of options. Yeah. Obviously, I would have liked to have get everything sorted a bit earlier in pre-season, but sometimes these things don't happen. It takes a bit of time, and you've got to make sure you make the right choice.
As we discussed before we went on air, you know that the 12th Stag, the supporters group which helps fund the manager's playing budget, that particular supporters group has helped your coming here. They've contributed to your wages. So how does that feel?
Well, it's great. I mean, clubs, especially these times with a financial sort of situation, that the fans can actually back a club and help contribute, bring players in. I just think it's fantastic. It's fantastic work from everyone involved in it, really.
Does that perhaps make you feel extra special, knowing that supporters have helped you come here?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's a nice feeling, really, to think that the fans want you here and they're prepared to help back it as well financially. It's a good feeling.
Have you heard of similar schemes at other clubs?
I have, yeah. I was at Cheltenham a year ago, and it happened a couple of times there. The fans rallied behind and raised money as well and help the club out. So, like I say, I think it's great. But
it's a first for you.
It's a first for me to be actually to be involved in anything like that, and like I said, it's good that they can help the club out and especially in these financial times.
Let's talk about you and your career here. What's been your career highlight so far?
Career highlights, obviously making the grade as a footballer, your league debut. That's always special. I've had a couple of promotions along the way as well, out of League Two, and obviously just that sort of success, and that's what I want to bring here. My experience to help the club get promoted and see what we can do this season.
From what I've seen of you over the years, you've had some good partnerships, most notably Lee Trundle, run about it earlier, at Swansea City. What sort of player complements you best, Paul, up top?
I'm sort of striker. I can adapt my game, really. I can be the target man. I can be the one up front. So I'd say someone who obviously who you can gel with straight away and link up and someone maybe with a bit of pace who can feed off my flick-ons.
So it's big man, little man scenario with you.
Yeah, but like I say, I can adapt my game to if I need to be the sort of so-called second striker. I can do that as well. I've got quite good movement, so I can use that to my advantage.
Tell me about your qualities.
Qualities now. I work very hard. I'm hopefully going to bring goals. I've scored goals in my career, so my experience and also like my link-up play, bringing people into play, dropping deep, linking the midfield to the attack.
I know strikers are different, especially before a season starts, in terms of setting goals. Are you a striker who sets a goal target before the start of a season?
Yeah, I do. I mean, most strikers will tell you they set a target in the head and they don't really tell anyone. I'm the same. I know what I want to achieve, especially by Christmas and then obviously by the end of the season. So I do set myself targets, but I tend to keep it to myself.
You're not going to tell me?
No.
Moving on. First training session today with the lads. Is it always nervous, perhaps, going into a new group of players?
Yeah, it is, but I'm sort of used to it now. It's worse for the younger lads. I'm just happy to get back training really, get signed up and sort of I can concentrate now on getting myself fit and meeting the lads and hopefully playing well with them.
You've been involved with teams in promotion pushes. What does it take for a club and a team to get amongst the top places in any division, Paul?
I think the big thing's consistency. You've got to, what I found, even if you're not playing that well, if you can grind out a 1-0 win or a draw when you haven't played well, and that just goes, that helps. It's and also you've got to dig in as well when things aren't going to go well for you all season. But like I say, if you can grind out things as well, and that helps massively.
We were talking about supporters earlier, but truly, I ask you, there's a lot of cliches bandied about all season throughout, but how much of a difference can supporters really make to a team and to a player?
Yeah, it just gives you that confidence when the fans back the players, and especially at a ground like this, it's tight knit, and I've played here before where the atmosphere has been really good.
I hope your time here is successful, Paul. Welcome.
Thank you. Cheers.
Paul Nyland, give us a little bit of background to the 12th Stag. Firstly, how was it formed and why was it formed?
Basically, the 12th Stag was formed back in March. We wanted to generally give the club some sort of support based on what Oxford United have done in the past, and we just thought maybe this is a way that the fans can contribute to the club a bit, that little bit extra. And so basically I approached the club, spoke to the chairman and the board, and said basically would they agree for me to do some sort of fundraising for the club, to be able to raise money purely for playing, to help their budget out. And basically they all jumped at it and says, yeah, no, that'd be a great idea. We agreed on the format. We agreed that the money would only ever be spent on players, on loans, on wages, or even towards a transfer of a player. And we started in March. We went out live with the website www.12stag.org, and basically it's been going uphill since then, really.
How much have you raised so far?
At the moment we've raised, which is an amazing figure really, is £4,220. So in the space since March, and we've only had one month of playing football where we've been able to get money from the crowds. It's been a fantastic result.
Today you've made your first capture, I think I can put it like that. Paul Connor, have you been eager for a while to make your first contribution?
Well, yeah, since the how the funds have been going in the account, really. You only have to look how much we took, and basically we just, there was money in there that we know that could help the club. We know the club's working on a lot smaller amount of players, so basically, I approached the chairman and the board and just said, look, there's a nice bit of kitty there for you. If you do need help towards any playing budget, or later on down the line for any loan signings, and basically the club got in touch with me and said there was possibility of a couple of players that are coming in that they might, if they can get these players to sign, that they could very well need support with.
So why did you choose Paul Connor?
It wasn't a matter of us choosing Paul Connor. Basically the club came to us, said they'd had a meeting with a possible striker, an area which we all know that we did need, and basically the player comes from the league, and getting players from the league are going to cost money, and promotion's high on the agenda with this club at the moment. So basically they asked me if I could contribute the fans' money towards helping the signing of Paul Connor.
Now, because the 12th Stag is a fund of which the money is generated from supporters, transparency is important. How much money has been donated from the 12th Stag to Paul Connor's wages?
Well, basically we've agreed that £3,000 will go towards the helping of signing of Paul Connor. So basically that'll be deducted from the totals, or it'll be fully transparent on the website, so everybody can see how much has been raised so far and how much of the new total. Obviously with 3,000 going on, we're down to £1,220 now, but the buckets are ready again on Thursday, and then again throughout the whole entire season.
Do you have a target, say, in 6 months, 12 months, of how much you want to raise?
Well, I mean, to be truthful, for what we've raised at the moment, I mean, I think we were just all blown out of the water on how quick we got up to £4,000. I mean, I said to the directors, if we could get £10,000 in the entire season, you know, in the January transfer window, that could be a real big help. And I mean, 4,220 already in just the space of 4 months, and 1 month's only been playing. Then I mean, it'd be great come January transfer window if we can be up to 10, you know, for a total of nearly £15,000 raised.
Paul, I know how much hard work you're putting into this. You're doing a sterling job. Thanks for your time today.
Thank you very much.